All right, I hit the live button. It says that we are live. I'm going to trust it and believe that we are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Carrow Brown. I am an urban fantasy author. I also write romance under the name of Faye Black, and we are here today to get our future writing selves together. I did not start quite on the dot like I meant to because I was actually in the process of what is happening in my life this coming year. So if that is something that you guys are looking to get done, this is definitely the place to go. We will again start probably 5 after, give folks a few moments to come in and see how they are doing. But while we're waiting, please feel free to tell me what you guys are gonna be working on today. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there before I get too into this. Mama Ward popped in to say that she wishes she was here instead of in town. I also wish that you were here, but sometimes adulting is more important at times, right? Stacy's here, and Stacy says I'm ready to get stuff done, even if it is Christmas gifts and not writing for sprint. Although I had to do that yesterday. We got everything prepped. I got all the cards and the boxes, and I went to the post office as soon as it opened, like a whole bunch of other people did. And I'm happy that was done. Although I will say that this year is probably the record for me to send Christmas cards. I think it was like 32 cards I sent this year. Normally it's like 8 or 10, but yeah, 32 because I don't know why it was 32 other than some of it was for my work, some of it was for Mr. Brown's work, more family members that we kind of reconnected with. I've gotten more into the habit of doing cards, so that's definitely a thing. And you know what? While I'm waiting for you guys to populate, you know what I didn't do while I was so busy yammering? I did not get a timer up. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I am not on my game today. It's okay. You guys will forgive me, right? What is this? What is this? Brandon, I'm working on creating a formula where I can have unlimited supply of your awesomeness. Oh, well, when you get an unlimited supply, sir, can you let me know where you bottled that at so I can put it like on reserve for when I run out on certain days? Sky says, I finished adding all my paper list of my projects to my Notion. I'm missing things, but my goal is to be rid of a bunch of notebooks with lists and take it digital. Oh, good luck with that. Notion's actually really fantastic for doing that, as you've heard me talk about on numerous occasions. The only reason I don't use Notion right now is just because I spend like 16 hours a day looking at a screen. So when I do my planning stuff, I just do it, on the paper. I need to do Christmas cards next week. So do them quick because it's getting to crunch time, Sky. Getting to crunch time. We gotta send out the cards. Gotta send them out. Wish happy holidays. Put personalized messages in them. All that stuff. I had I won't say which family member it was, but they sent me a Christmas card and they didn't even sign it. They just mailed the card. So I was like, well, at least you put a stamp on it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, gotta love them though. Let's see. Stacy says, I am, if I can get the comment to show, what is going on with StreamYard today? Oh my goodness. I am back and gifts are started. Just need to keep an eye on them. Are they moving? Like, what's happening with your gifts? That's my joke for the day. Even get Christmas cards after Christmas. That's the surprise, right? Somebody sent me a birthday card like 3 months after my birthday, and it was just kind of like, you never expected the Spanish Inquisition birthday card. It was very sweet. I really appreciate the thought, though. And you know what I still haven't done? I've not added this timer. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with me today? All right, share, expand. We are out. Cool. Fantastic. Will make me a little bigger because this is my channel, right? I will be trying to switch to a different streaming platform because StreamYard's been very, I don't want to say kind to me. StreamYard's been doable, but I'm ready to evolve into my next evolution. So that's what I'm going to be working on probably this week, but I have to still learn the program. It's doing weird things where I'm like, I don't understand why it's doing this, but I'm going to figure it out because I'm a Carrow and Carrow learns things. Hey, Marcos is here. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you are doing well. How's your new fancy tablet going? All right, so I said we were going to start this first productivity sprint now. But before we start it, I did say that we had questions today about basically getting our lives together. So the first question, wow, these aren't even in order. What is happening, y'all? First question is, what is your daily word count? So if you're here and you knows anything about me, it's that I write. And so a lot of what I'm working on next year is actually getting my final manuscripts just like done. 2023 is kind of the make it or find something a different way to do it year. So one of the things that I'm definitely aiming for is to finish all my current manuscripts that I started and then kind of like put on the back burner because shiny project syndrome is a thing. My daily word count right now is for me is about 2,000 words, and I want to bump that up to 3,000 words for two reasons. One, it's a lot faster to get a book done if you get 3,000 words of it done a day. That's pretty much like 80,000 words a month. And a lot of these manuscripts are mostly complete. So definitely within that bracket, I would get those works done within the month and then send it to the editor and everything else like that. But the second reason is because I'm taking attempt 2 at Millwordy, and Millwordy is where you write 1,000,000 words in the course of a year. Now, the Kate Kavanaugh, who actually started the Millwordy incentive, she was including all words, like all of them. She was including words that she edited. She was including emails that she sent, all that kind of stuff. If I did that, I would have Millwordy done in a month. So that's not what I'm working on. I'm working on 1,000,000 words towards short stories, finishing novels, just generating the content. So that will be my goal. And the easiest way to do that is just to say that the word count per day is 3,000. And in the past, I have written anywhere between average word count, if I'm not stressing, is 2,000, but I have written anywhere between like 10 to 16,000 words a day. So for anybody who's not sure what I'm talking about, that's about 40 to 50 pages a day. So that is, anyway, so that's the backstory. That's the context for the question of what is your current daily word count, and is that going to be factoring into your future writing goals? Remember, we're talking about writing goals right now. So let's see, what is this? This year or next year? Currently, so it's your current word count right now. And the reason I asked what your current word count is because in order for you to kind of like establish a goal, you have to understand where your baseline is. So, for example, if my current word count was only 500 words a day, telling myself I'm going to write 3,000 words is probably not a realistic leap for me at that phase. That's why I asked the question, to establish baselines. So. But all right, so that was the question, but now we're going to go ahead and do the sprint. So again, 20 minutes to do with as you see fit, folding clothes, wrapping packages, planning our futures, all that jazz. They're yours. We're going to go ahead and start this timer. So we'll start this in 3, 2, 1, and I will talk to you guys in 20. I'm going to interrupt the timer because I forgot to put the music on. was time. Feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all that goodness. I managed to get some stuff prepped up for next year that's going to get in the way of me getting things done. And I asked that question in a little bit, but I wanted to identify that first before I got too deep into my planning. And then I started looking over the manuscript that I want to do for January and trying to make like a tentative to-do list, because I've written a lot, but I haven't finished it. So that's just what I need to do. So that'll be exciting. But let's see who answered today's question about what is your current daily word count. Again, I'm asking this question because I'm trying to have us establish a baseline of what our current production level is, so that when we make goals, they're realistic. And I keep looking behind me because somebody keeps putting their head right by my foot. I don't want to accidentally kick my dog. Let's take a look. Now, I didn't read all this guy's comments. I'm going to read it now. I've been trying to aim for sprints per day rather than word counts. So my goal is 325 min sprints per writing day rather than word count, which is, you know, however you guys want to measure it. I use word count because that's just easier for me to track. And it's, I don't know, I guess it's more empirical for me that way. But again, everybody does it differently. So however it works for you. Cat's Paw is here. Hello, Cat's Paw. Thank you for joining us today. Keeping it low because I'd rather exceed my own expectations. That's fair. Let's see. And for 2023, I want my weekly word count to be 10K when I'm not editing. Yep, that is totally fair. Oh, I did not mean to skip you, Stacy. I don't have a daily word count. I have more days that I don't write than I do during Nano. I think I averaged 2,500 words outside of Nano, maybe 800 on days that I did write, which is still fantastic. It's all very good. Cat's Paw says during Nano, it's 1,800 or 2,000 on writing days, which is not every day for reasons. Yeah, obviously. I'm the weirdo that wants to write every day. Although I do take a couple days off. Hello, Misty Kate. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you are doing well. Just Ava popped in. Hey, how are you doing? Stacy says, wax melts are done and now they need to cool. Or do you use like the little molds, or do you like stamp them and then like, because I do wax molds for when I send letters. And I always use the stamp. Misty says, filling out a couple small Christmas cards, which I haven't sent in years. I have a goal of sending out at least 5. Oh, that's fantastic. Please do that. Mostly because one of the things that I started trying to stay on top of this year was sending out more letters and cards. And socially, it makes me feel better. Caspa says, spent all day yeast massaging chapter 38 and beginning of chapter 39. For all the changes I've done, scraping and rewriting it, sounding more and more tempting. Dang, I thought this sucker was done. Oh no, Cat Paw. It's okay. Just put it in the corner. Just put it in the corner. Don't look at it for a little while. Venom is here. Hello, Venom. Thank you so much for joining us today. Venom says, admittedly, mine's inconsistent. We're talking about word count. Let's see. I'm working on creating some forums and web pages currently. I track by scenes, but my word count today is 1,381. Those are very nice numbers. And Venom says, I'm pretty much with Stacy minus the Nano stuff. You should send out holiday cards. You should do what you want to do. I just encourage folks to send out cards and letters, because in a digital age where our mailbox has nothing in it, having a card is kind of nice. Oh, answer to my question. No, the wax melts are in place of candles because, hey, they're for teens. Oh, they are for teens. Fire and teens are not always the best mix, so this is my compromise. Oh, that's fair. I've got, like, I don't know what to call them, but I got really fancy pants when I wanted to do, like, handmade cards when I sent them. And one of the things I would do is, like, I would put, like, a little wax seal on the back, and I would put, like, a little stamp on there and be like, yeah, it's official. Yeah. So... maybe. Yeah, it's like little things that get like the dopamine fix in our heads, right? All right. So that was the question I wanted to ask about what your current word count is. And again, that is really more to like establish a baseline of where you are right now and what's like within your means. Again, earlier I said that my typical word count when I'm not pushing myself is about 2,000 words when I'm talking about writing. When it comes to crunch time, no, that number will go up. There's an asterisk there, I should add that. On that though, on the days where I am really crunching the word count, so like on that day I wrote a book in a week, like I had to take 2 days off of that, and the house was a mess. Trying to talk to me was a little difficult because it would take like an extra couple seconds for my brain to register words and then think words and then say words. So it comes at a price. All right, so again, we are talking about things that as authors and writers we want to get done in 2023. So what is the one project that you want completed in 2023? So the one project that I want done in 2023 is actually the one that I'm making this to-do list for, which is Blood in the Rain. And it's like my big epic saga fantasy. It's like, what's the sucker sitting at right now? Slowly just looking at. It's sitting at 134,000 words right now. And it's probably going to be more. I went to go check another book that's kind of in that exact same category and style, and that one is sitting at 250. And not that that's the number that I'm aspiring for, but it kind of gave me a little bit of breathing room because I always get told like books over 80,000 words get kind of like narrowed-eyed by publishers, but this guy, 250, I'll be fine. I'd rather just get I just want to get it done. You know, I want to get it done. I want it to make sense. And then I want to start the editing process for it. So that is the one thing that I want to get done. That's me. Venon's answer is the first book. You will definitely get there. You got some good ideas there. It's going to be great when you're finished with it. I absolutely promise it. Let's see. Now, since I put up the question and now I'm getting lost in doing my to-do list again, I'm going to start the timer again. So again, 20 minutes, you can write Christmas stuff, stare off into space, self-care, whatever you want to do. Your 20 minutes to use as you see fit, and then we will reconvene, share progress, and do it all over again. So let's go ahead and start this timer, and it will begin in 3, 2, 1, and I will talk to you guys in 20. Okay, that was time. Feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all that goodness. I am going to finish the sentence I was writing. To study. Learn to control. All right. Apologies about that. I always hate writing a sentence and then stopping mid-write of it because then I'll look back on it later and be like, I don't know what I was writing. So some people can remember. I cannot. So let's take a look and see what some answers to question 2 were. So again, question 2 was, what is one project that you would like to be completed in 2023? Quick recap. Venom says first book. Yes. Sky says, I want to completely publish the 4 books in the damned... Oh, I forgot the rest of it. I'm sorry. Your DDQ series under a new series name with new covers. New covers. Give that series a glow up. Do it. Glow that series up. Do it. I just want to finish this one book. That's it. I want to actually finish formatting and picture and everything. My grandma's story. I have written 4 or 5 drafts already. I just really need to figure out how to add real peps. I'm not really sure how to do that. If I did, I would help you with that. Just Ava says, a children's book would be cool to have it out in time to do a reading with my son's kindergarten class. He starts next fall. Like, self-publish or like put through a publisher? I don't know. I'm asking this question. I think the answer is you want to self-publish the book. I believe that you could do that. There's definitely that market's actually doing pretty well right now. At least last time I checked. Middle grade is where a lot of that book push is happening, but children's books are doing pretty good right now. Catboss says, I want to finish writing Time Shift, edit, and publish it. Spec fic. Ooh, that sounds like fun though. Let me know when. I'm curious. No, don't let me know, because I'm hoping that you'll keep coming to streams and you'll give me updates there. So when you get closer to that pub date, let me know. I will definitely be interested in looking at that. Keep prodding words to make them go. Yes. Yes, self-publish. Okay, cool. I meant to say maps, not paps. Okay, thank you, Stacy. I was having a moment being like, I don't know what that means, and I don't know how to ask. Okay, thank you. Not certain what the word would be otherwise. I need maps to show where she and family lived. Like, do you want to get them like hand-on? Or are you looking for historical maps or anything like that? Or can you get away with like kind of like roughly hand drawing it? Like, just general question. I managed to, so what happened with this book, and then I'll get myself back on task. I mean, I'm technically on task, but what happened with this book is I got to like, it's not even like the soggy middle, right? Like I got to one part of the book and in my brain, I was so hyper-focused on writing, and get this, I was so hyper-focused on writing the beginning and the end of the book and some of the middle, that some of the stuff that needs to happen in the middle it just isn't there, right? So what I'm doing is making a list and fleshing it out, and I have a feeling I'm pretty much going to need all 80,000 words to finish this part of the book, but I like big books and I cannot lie, so I hope when this gets done, readers will enjoy it too. What I'm not going to enjoy is the editing fee, because editors charge by word count, so I might have to talk to my editor about doing it like in chunks or something, because there's no way I can do it all in one lump sum. No way! No. Not at the number this is going to be. Alright. Oh, answer to my question. I think I could use Google Maps if I could put several pins in where these places are, but I don't know how to make it and then transfer it to the document. Depends on what formatting software that you're using, or if you're using a formatter in general. Normally what you can do if you're hiring a formatter is you send the map, the picture, like call it map 1 or map 2 or anything like that, and you put in the formatting notes that this needs to go in this section of the book, and like have the passage there, and then they'll go ahead and they'll figure out how to put that in there for you. If you're using InDesign, that's not super difficult to do. When you're doing the page layout, you should be able to like drop and put the picture in there. And if you're using a different kind of software, I'm not super sure. I've only used InDesign and I've used Atticus. Atticus lets you do that as well, but I have not submitted pictures onto this right now, so I can't say with any certainty what that would look like. But there you go. So, and if I don't know, we can find somebody who does. Okay, so let's go ahead and do question 3. So question 3 is identify the barrier that would prevent you from working on your project. My job, right? My job might be the barrier that would prevent me from working on the project. For those of you guys who are not aware, I work for over at Rip Rivers Publishing. It is a comic publishing house, and I might end up moving closer to do work there. And I also am we're about to, well, I would say about to, but we're in the process of getting ready to do another pre-order campaign. And the last time I did a pre-order campaign, I was working like 10 to 14-hour days. So what I'll probably end up having to do is what I usually do, which is get my writing done first thing in the morning and then go to work. Because the moment I hit work, like I'm just in work mode until the rest of the day. I wish, like, it was kind of interesting in November when I would write in the afternoon, because getting my brain to shift to that when all I could do was think about work was a learning process. And rather than continue to push for that, I just want to do with what I know works for me, which is right first thing in the morning. So I really need to honor that hour that I have dedicated to myself for writing, but I haven't. So that's my fault. Not much I can do about that, my friend. Yeah, so day job, gotta pay bills, right? Right now I'm using Google Docs. You should still be able to drop it in there formatting wise. I can't remember who was the author tuber that actually did format their book in Google Docs. Somebody did it. I just don't know who it was. Somebody did it, and she even did a video about it. And I was like, that's impressive. And I left it on to give her views, and I didn't actually watch it because I was a bad person that way. Knowledge skill. I don't really know how to format, and I need to up my editing game. I think I need to find a class or webinar on that. What you need to do. Do I have that book here? I might have the book here. Hold on. Just enjoy the tapestry behind me for one moment. I think I got a book here. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's not a good one. Not betting on a dime. The only really good book that I could honestly recommend when it comes to editing is actually going to be the Copy Editor's Handbook. I have the 3rd edition. It was developed by Alyssa Levian. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But if you're talking about the actual process of editing, I would recommend the text-to-voice program stuff. It sounds completely terrible, and I 100% hate it. But that's usually the thing I always have to end up listening to. So again, Copy Editor Handbook. This one's, I think I got this one back in 2000, and oh my goodness, there's a Happy Gram in here. Okay, so if there's a Happy Gram in here, I got this in 2016. Oh man, that's when I was still teaching. But yeah, that's a really good book. I could probably do a video about how I edit, but again, I'll just put that down for future me for considerations, how to edit your work. Self-editing. And it's always fun because I usually edit everybody else's work a lot better than mine, but probably by the time I get to the editing phase for mine, I'm so sick of looking at it, if you guys know what I mean. Ava says, still making web pages. I have a few more text boxes and then I can make the forums. Related side note, CGL's writing contest stream is set up tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. Cash prizes. Oh, fancy. Fancy. All right, well, speaking of fancy, we got this fancy timer that's up and we're going to do another writing sprint. And that's the best segue that I can think of off the top of my head. So again, we'll do this for 20 minutes. We'll get a little bit more work done and then we'll reconvene, share our progress, answer the questions. And I've got one more question after this in regards to making plans going forward. And then we can do a free chat after that if you guys are interested. So I'll go ahead and start this timer and we will start in 3, 2, 1. I'll talk to you guys in 20. Alright, that was time. Feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all that goodness. We have one more sprint after that, and then we will be done for the day. I'm gonna finish this one sentence. Okay. What's bait? Okay. Okay. Alright, I finished my thought. I don't know why I always have like the thought, like as soon as the timer goes, like, oh my god, I had this thought, I have to write it down real quick. Oh my goodness. Alright, so how did you do? What did you do? And all that goodness. Let's take a look. I did get a couple of answers prior to the stream. Let me see. Venom says, procrastination, I choose to center my focus on one thing, but still my mind wanders. That is, I've been there. I really have been. Knowledge skill. Okay, yeah, we talked about the editing game, and then that's when I recommended the book that's over there. Okay, cool. Just Ava says, oh, no, did that too. Wrote the title down. Okay, Just Ava says, my lack of self-discipline coupled with my execution dysfunction and an overzealous task list. I can't really talk, like my task list is over here and it's not even done. Like I think my life just operates off of to-do and task list, which, you know, depending on what productivity self-help guru you talk to, that's not the way to live my life, but this is how I live my life and it works pretty well. I don't recommend it for everybody though, because I know some folks don't operate very well off that. That's just me. Catbot, let's see, I'm just going through. Oh, excuse me real quick, what are you on? Oh my goodness. Okay, hey, that's a record. I got all the way to the third sprint before yawning. Whew, that's amazing. Sky says, work full-time job and part-time starting soonish. Oh yeah, that's right. You're doing that fun thing. Cat Paw says, brain fog, i.e. health, available spoons being used up, looking for gigs and finding paid work. Yes, I understand that. Because unfortunately, we still got to pay bills, right? So I'm never really a fan of how that works, but Misty Kate said that they did 6 Christmas cards. Yes, your goal was 5, you did 6, you crushed it. Good job. Fan-fucking-tastic. And the answer to the question was definitely full-time job and procrastination. I think I just give myself too much to do. Like, I'm still sitting here trying to... I'm probably, when the stream is over, I'm still going to be filling up this little booklet of, like, things and thoughts that I'm having about this act that needs to be worked. And at least so far, nothing in the ending chapters needs to be changed, which is always a bonus. The risk when you write the ending before everything else is that you will have to redo the ending. No, I'm not at that phase. And hopefully I won't hit that phase, so keep doing that. Just David said, I got another box of text or 2 done. I'm always slower at webpage things than I remember. Are you? Oh, I'm so sorry. There we go, yawning again. It's about that time, right? What do we got going on? Oh, that's right. It's Community Day. Sorry, it's Community Day in Pokemon Go. I'm supposed to be going out at the top of the hour, so that's fantastic. Okay, cool. Ooh, I got gifts. Okay, I'm gonna focus. Hi. So that was really good answers to those questions. I really do appreciate that. I only ask because, again, when we're making goals, again, it's important to know what our baseline is. It's also important to identify what obstacles or barriers are in the way. Sometimes when we make goals, especially during New Year's, because we're all about like new year, new me, new everything, right? But we're not really taking the time to kind of like ground ourselves in the sense of what it is that is going to be holding us up. So I always like to ask those questions of what will get in the way. And sometimes it's like, you know, like parents, you're like, oh, nothing's going to get in the way. And I'm kind of like, but you got kids, right? Your kids have needs. It's like, oh yeah, maybe they'll get in the way. Like, it's so much fun. Now that brings us to the last question. So I spent all this time trying to get us to be realistic so I could ask this question, which is, what is your big ambitious writing goal for 2023? I kind of said it at the start of the stream. I wanted to be able to write 1,000,000 words of story. That's what I wanted to do. And to do that, again, I said I was going to need to write 3,000 words a day. And I will either accomplish that goal or I'll be completely sick of writing by the end of 2023. So we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to do that goal for two reasons. One, I wanted to produce works and I wanted to get them out, or I wanted to complete them on my end a little faster. Publishing anything is really not a very quick process, as everybody here in the chat knows, because as soon as you get done drafting, you don't just put it up on Kindle, you send it to an editor, you send it to beta readers, you tidy it up, you do like a little bit of a promo with it if you can, and all of that. So it's not super quick. But where was I going with this? I think the big reason I wanted to write 1,000,000 words of story this year was because I wanted to continue to hone my writing craft. And for me, the only way for me to get better at something is just to keep doing it. And I think I got really inspired or motivated or incentivized, or I'm not quite sure what word I want to use for this. It's something along those lines. But having worked on the short story experiment at the extent that I did, kind of helped me nail down what that process was a little bit. So it was a little bit easier, to the point where I'm considering doing it longer than 13 weeks. But don't quote me on that. It was just like a wild hair that I was thinking about this morning when I was walking with my husband. And I was kind of like, I'm thinking about maybe doing this, like maybe doing it longer. And he was like, yeah, do whatever makes you happy, which is the response I give everybody, right? But yeah, no, I was really motivated to do that. But again, I got to write books and everything else too. So we'll see what happens. But yep, that was why I wanted to get better and I wanted to do it more. And there you go. So your guys' big ambitious writing goal that you guys want to do. So, oh man, there we go, yawning again. What's going on? Yeah, it's because I'm talking so much, right? Like I'm not getting enough air. My diaphragm making me yawn too. Gotta love it. All right, now on that note, let's go ahead and do our last 20-minute sprint, and then I'll go through the answers when we get back. And if we have some time for chitty chat, then we'll chitty chat. Otherwise, we'll probably wrap it up and call it. Because again, we got community day, and I said I was going to go and do that with folks. So I tried to do what I say I'm going to do. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this timer. So again, 20 minutes for you to do as you see fit with, and then once we're done, we'll reconvene, share progress, and go from there. So I'm going to click that. And this timer is going to start in 3, 2, 1. I will be back in 20. Okay, that was time. Feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all that goodness. I got momentarily distracted because the cover for my planner came in and I was trying to make sure it would work. The answer is kinda. So, still got some overlap. Still a brick though. I'm gonna hit somebody with it. Oh. But, you know what? That's not too bad, though. And I think I'm gonna live with that. Yeah, I think I will. I think it's gonna be fine. So, like, no, okay. First off, I'm not gonna get lost in planner talk because you guys didn't come here to have me talk to you about my planner, my cover, and all that other stuff. I'm gonna focus. So what I did in that sprint is, I always talk about character agency to a certain extent. I also talk about character agency with side characters because a lot of times what happens in first drafts is we will accidentally create static characters who fulfill a purpose for the main character, and then once the main character's not around, it's like, what is that character doing, right? So I was writing out there's a section of the story, and in that story, there are a couple of characters. Originally it was 6. I just knocked it down to 4 because I couldn't figure out these other 2 characters. I was like, if I can't, my general rule is if I can't think or figure it out within like 30 seconds, then I probably don't need it right now, so I cut it. And if they have to be brought back, then I'll probably discover that in the writing process. But like right now, I'm like, I can't think of it. It's got to go. So, and I'm going to keep working on those characters because I decided on what they were doing when they're not on the scene, but it's not quite done yet. And then my planner showed up and I got totally distracted because that is, again, what we were talking about, right? Like the barrier to us getting stuff done. I had a squirrel moment, and this was a delightful squirrel moment for me. Yeah, that thing's pretty though. Shit. Okay. So the question again was, what was your big ambitious writing goal for 2023? Recap for me is that I want to engage in Millwordy, which is writing 1 million words in the course of a year. For me to do that realistically, I'll be writing about 3,000 words. And that's me upping it. It's actually like it's 2,800 something. But the reason I bumped it up is because there will be a day where I want to take a day off. So that is it. And I can't find my mouse. Yo, where's my mouse? There it is. I'm scrolling up to see if I got everybody. Oh, there's one for Stacy. Stacy says, same as A2 because it's ambitious to actually finish complete with editing, formatting pictures, and it is ambitious for me. I dig it. Cool. Excellent. I have faith in you, Stacy. You will get it done. I really do. Sentence made no sense, but basic completing anything is fairly ambitious. Absolutely. Let's see. Is the same as to finish the DDQ series. I have to edit book 3 and write and edit book 4. Anything after that is gravy. Yes. Oh man, I just got so much writing I want to do. Just so many words I want to get out there and have them done, and then see what happens at the end of the year and take it easy peasy after that. Venom wants to cultivate a fan base. Be seen, be heard, my friend. That is the first step to cultivating a fan base. If you guys, I can't remember what the title of the video is off the top of my head. It was me bitching for sure, because, you know, it's my channel. I bitch about publishing and stuff like that. Current state of publishing. In there, I talked a little bit about the current state of publishing and what it's like to be an author. And one of the predictions that I had is going forward, for us to be successful, we would just have to start basically taking care of everything ourselves. We'd have to brand ourselves. We'd have to do everything within our own ecosystem, mostly because it's just kind of getting to the point where all these industry services that are out there, like Indiegogo, Patreon, Kickstarter, even the publishing houses, the stuff that they say that they're going to do to help us isn't really helping. Or you could just be like Indiegogo, who like will blacklist you for XYZ reasons, but you know, that's not for me to discuss on the stream. So, but yeah, you be seen, be heard, my friend. Be seen, be heard. Mr. Kate says, the only way to save a good, oh shit, really? Okay, to save a Google map that you've already made up is a PDF using your print to function. I've done that in the past. I did not know that. Okay, cool. Thank you. And hopefully Stacy's got it too. Wix gave up, so I did a restart. I have 2 text boxes to go before the forums yet. Oh, you can do it. You got this. Sky says, I finished updating the spreadsheet I created to track word count and then almost never used. It's not quite accurate, but it's got most of my projects. I need to update mine. I think last time I updated it, which is the big incentive why I wanted to do Millwordy, it was almost at 600,000. I haven't calculated, I haven't finished calculating what I wrote in Nano, and I also haven't calculated the scripts I was contracted to work for the gaming company. So, but they're scripts, right? Like 10 pages of script is not actually a lot of words, but I wrote those words and I'm going to count them. So, and see what happens there. What else? I wrote something else. I think I started writing Tiger Woman and I didn't. You know what? Not the time or place to think about the squirrel. Okay, so Misty Kate says, I am afraid to make one. I don't have big ambitious one. Plan on making small monthly ones instead. I would like to think about a pen name and possibly publishing some romances on Amazon. That's a big goal. What are you talking about? Do it up. You can be like me, and whenever you're trying to make a pen name, make the last name of the thing that's like a color that's very close to you, because, you know, Carrow Brown, Faye Black, right? You know, one of the jokes was that, you know, my next name will be Carol Violet or something. Let's see. Cat's Boss says, finish writing my other work in progress. Squirrel. My A4 sounds more ambitious than I thought. You got it. Yep. I got that one. Cultivate fan base. I have been holding back a huge fanfic because I want to illustrate it, but I may use one of those AI art bots to do it. I got so many thoughts on those things, but you know, there you go. And I missed that first time. I did write that down so I can. Oh, okay. All right, I think that brings us to the end of the stream. So now that I am focusing and by focusing, I mean I'm thinking about going outside and taking part of the community day in Pokemon Go. I'm definitely going to go ahead and wrap up the stream because I think I'm getting tired, and the more tired I get, the less my attention span is getting. I'm getting distracted by everything at this point, as you guys can tell. But I hope you're enjoying the squirrel moments. But that is going to be it for me today. Again, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out and getting some stuff done with me. I did get some good planning done today, so that made me feel good. And I did troubleshoot part of the story that I need to finish in January. It's not completely done, but I will work on it. I'm just going to tuck it right here so that way I don't lose these thoughts. And I'll probably work on it a little bit once I get done with the walking of the Pokemons. So I will be back again next Sunday, even though I think that's Boxing Day. Hold on, let me check. Oh no, that's Christmas. I love you guys, but I don't love you enough to stream on Christmas. I hope you'll forgive me. So there will be no stream next week. I will be taking that time off to spend with my family. So if you guys, I do know that we are going to be streaming on the 1st, though. I will be streaming on the 1st, and then I'll be doing Boozy Planorama with Lisa Daly on the 1st. So there you go. All right, cool. What is it? Okay, so no stream next week. I will be streaming on the 1st twice, once for my regular, and then again with Lisa Daly if you guys are interested in kicking the new year off with a bang. And the other thing is, again, if you guys are interested in helping me with my pre-order experiment, I do have links down below if you would like to take a gander at that. If you've already bought them, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. If you liked it and read it, I would really appreciate a review. That's kind of like the next phase of this experiment. I need to get reviews for these works to get more sales. And what else am I missing here? I was supposed to do a video. I totally forgot to do the video this week. I hope you guys will forgive me. That's definitely on my agenda to be better about, but nope, that's going to be it. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you all have a good one, and I will talk to you all again in 2 weeks. Be safe, be happy, and have a happy holiday. So bye.